Look, guys, I don't know what happened, to be honest, but the first camera, the same camera that I'm using now, that I usually use to record my face, it didn't start recording. Even if I remember that, in my brain, I remember the fact that it started recording, because actually when I record the reaction video, I started the two cameras at the same time. So one camera has the videos and the other camera doesn't. I don't know what to say, sincerely. I feel so sorry for this, but I think that for this week I will not publish the reaction video. Maybe here I will put some examples in which you will hear my voice, but there is just the tiny screen and there's nothing else. But anyway, you can't see my face, so that's not a reaction video, that's just something strange, atypical, and it's a little bit impossible for you to understand anything. But of course I'm going to put here some examples so you understand that what I'm saying, it's not something fake, but it's something evident, because I recorded the episode but I don't have the most important camera with me right now, so sorry for that, guys. I try to understand. Okay, we are starting his adventure. Wow, Willie's alone now. This is the best part, I guess. He didn't meet anybody? Yeah, he was saying that it was better for him to start in spring, but he started in winter, so it's pretty cold, yeah. Oh, okay. He found a village, or are these ruins? Ah, yeah. Be careful, because you're alone and... That's good that he's always in contact with Graceful, and Graceful is listening to him. Oh, here we go. Ah, it's an animal. I thought it was a person. Oh, but he was attacked by somebody, because there's an arrow over there, so somebody tried to kill it. Oh, the first one. I think it's better if you don't attack. Oh no, please wait. Oh, he is an elf actually, because he has the ears. Maybe it's his first friend. He will become his friend. And they start communicating, so this is good. I think he will like Will. Oh. I thought that he was about to become a friend of him. But I have a feeling that we will see him again, and that was too fast. Also because this character was pretty mysterious, so... Oh! Oh! I told you that he will be back! Who's attacking him, huh? Like the prediction, yeah. Oh, the arrows are the same, yo! No! Anyway, I'm here to tell you anyway what I thought about this episode. I think that, first of all, the real adventure started. And Will right now is totally alone at the beginning of the episode, because then we saw that finally he met the one who's going to become his first friend at this point. Menerudorudo, sorry, tell me if I said it right or wrong. I think that at the beginning he's reluctant, he doesn't want to get in touch with Will at all, because I think even from his perspective, it's the first time that he finds a person like Will in his path. So at this point, I think that this friendship can become really great because both of them have never experienced a friendship before. So this is the perfect chance to start something great together. And in fact, throughout the episode, we saw that they start communicating, they start talking. I think this is pretty nice. I hope that in the next episode, Menerudorudo, he is going to accept Will, to trust him more, so they can create a great relationship together. Another thing I wanted to say is that Will started this journey by being alone, but the good thing is that the adventure is always like this. It starts, individually speaking, when there is one member, or anyway, when you are alone. But the more you go on, the more you're creating a team, and this is what's going to happen from what I understood, because Will wants to explore and discover the world and then come back to his origins. That means to keep those friendships and bring them back in order to visit the graves of Mari and the Blood. And I don't know if at that moment there will be even a Gus grave, let's see. But that's his mission, to go on living for that purpose, to be able to come back after he has made his own adventure. The purpose that Will starting having after he promised the Blood and Mari to keep going on living instead of feeling hopeless because of their loss is made already, because we see that Will doesn't want to give up in the situation we saw in this episode, and he prefers always to find a way to let other people survive, because this is what he felt throughout the previous episodes. He also wanted to die, and in his previous life he already wanted to die. But now that he has this second chance, and now that he has the possibility to repay what happened in his previous life, I think he's doing the best job so far. He is saving others, and especially because, yes, Mari's words, Blood's words, were so essential and important while they were separating. Mari was telling him to love people, to save people, to be always good to people, and this is what he is going to do right now. So the fact that the will of his parents, and this is something incredible, because we have his name that is Will, and he is always respecting the will of his parents. So I think that this is pretty incredible, and it's coherent. This is how he is. By loving his parents, he just wants to fulfill the missions that they couldn't make, and he wants to go on with their proper words and suggestions. So I think that Will is the perfect son in this moment, because no matter if they are not there with him anymore, but he is respecting their will, and this is the most important thing. At the same time, yeah, this Menerudorudo, at the beginning he seemed so cheerful or so friendly, but then in the second part of the episode we understood that he wanted to attack these villagers. But then we discovered that Menerudorudo was attacked by demons. That was just a consequence. I mean, I don't think that he's mean. I think that he's just wanting to find a way to let his villagers to survive, and that's why I think that the more we will go on, the more we will get in touch with him. Will too will be able to discover what's inside himself more, and that's why this relationship, it will increase and increase and increase. So I think yeah, in the next episodes we will see something great for sure. Another thing I want to say is that I really like the relationship that Will has with Gracefield. Gracefield always listens to Will's praise, and every time he's asking for her help, she's there. So I think he chose the perfect god at this point. By choosing Gracefield, he will never be alone. But right now, the most important thing is that what Blood said in the previous episode is fulfilled somehow, because he has to start his journey. He has to start to meet new people, and he has to make lots of friends. He has to create around him the security that in the previous life he didn't have. So sometimes when I look at this anime, or when I looked at some scenes specifically in this episode, it reminded me of To Your Eternity a little bit, because do you remember, even in that story, Fushi, even if he, in that case, he's an entity, he's starting everything from zero, because even Fushi didn't know anything about friendship, didn't know anything about family and other sort of feelings. But the more he's going on, the more he's creating around him a sort of a shield that is made by all the people he met. So I think that even in this case, Will is starting his journey from zero, because except for his parents and Gus, that is resembling his grandpa, he didn't have any other way to get in touch with others. So it's like as if he's living his third life, a life in which he's not supported anymore by others, but he has to create his own steps by himself. And this is something really important. Okay guys, look, I don't know what else to say. I feel so sorry, because you know that I like to share with you all of my thoughts depending on my reactions. But in this case, something went wrong with the camera, and I don't know what else to say. Look, I already put the examples that confirmed you that I shot the video, but actually I can't show you anything, because that camera that I'm recording right now didn't record anything. I don't know how this is possible, but sometimes cameras are not perfect, and as much as we are not. So try to understand me, and I hope to see you next week with episode 7. Thank you so much for the support, and so sorry once again, but no worries, because next week I will be here. For sure, I will make some tests, so I will be sure to be here together with you. Thank you so much for the support, and bye guys. See you in the next video.